And we're live! Quarter Life Critics! Woo, woo, woo.
What?
Today is December 19th. Wow. Episode 40 of Quarter Life Critics. And I'm sitting here today with my two best friends, Grant.
What up?
And Patrick.
Welcome to the show.
And we are the Quarter Life Critics, the only show where we review the best TV and film the world has to offer. And today, we are coming with a jam-packed episode. So we're going to get right into it. We have spent the last month and a half diving into into the steampunk, mythical, magical, animated, somewhat sexually suggestive world of the Arcane. So let's get right into it. Today we are covering many episodes of Riot Games.
18 episodes.
18, is that true? 9 in the first season, 9 in the second season. With no other seasons, we've completed this series. And so we're delivering it to you all today.
9 plus 9. Yeah, that's 18.
Checks out. Yep, I did.
Checks out.
Got him. And normally, you've been a diehard fan of Quarter Life Critics. You know, every episode we select a director to take us down a rather philosophical journey, a hike, if you will,
Sorry.
in the vast forest of media and mythical creatures. But this episode was too big for just one director, so we're gonna split it up.
I feel like communists with this one.
We have to spread the wealth. We have to spread the responsibilities too.
The means of production should be owned by all.
And how tragedy of the commons, something. No. Well, I'm going to kick it off.
Was that Karl Marx you quoting?
Hey, Grant, we don't have time to get into real life philosophical discussions. We have really important things to discuss. So let's start it off with a segment by yours truly. I get to keep talking. Named Reception. Boo. Let's take this, and everybody knows it's showtime, so we're gonna stop that. And if you're not watching live on YouTube right now, you should go do that.
It's showtime. You need to.
This is a visual experience, interactive. This isn't a podcast. This is a stream. This is a show.
The show.
So I like calling it a show. We are artists, and this is our show. All right, so kicking it off with Reception, guys. I want to do a little back and forth, get your guys, pick your brains. We each had our own segment of this show, and I probably didn't pay attention to the other segments, and you probably didn't pay attention to my segment. So let's just, off the top of your brain, guys, when you hear Reception, you think of awards. How many awards did this damn show get? It's
None.
Pretty big. None?
Maybe 1.
Maybe 2. Maybe 3? Was it up?
When things get big enough, who's getting the award? Is it Arcane benefiting from the award of, the digital media men? Or is digital media men, latching on to Arcane by giving them an award,
And who also gets the award? Because right now we're dealing with this is a powerhouse. This show invaded the country, invaded the world, because there were a lot of powerhouses involved. First, you have Riot Games. They really control the world from the digital realm. So if you're a 14-year-old kid and you're playing online games, Riot Games has their hooks in you. Then you combine that with distributed by Netflix. Netflix can cook the books all they want. If they want to put this show at the very front of the page when you log in, that's going to be right there. So you combine those two with also a third player, the French animation studio Fortiche. who actually animated the show.
Wow, beautiful work, Fortiche.
Which they're probably, I don't know, Illuminati, because I did a little digging into them. I couldn't really find anything they made that was relevant prior. They did a Rabbids Invasion game
So this
TV
was
series.
their first foray?
Did you watch that, Grant? you a Rabbids fan?
I think I know that.
Little bunny.
Yeah. I saw that.
Did you like it?
I don't remember much.
Okay. Well,
Illuminati.
Yeah. Illuminati. So they got their big break. Riot gave them millions of dollars, and now
just
they're
exposure.
Yeah, they
Now they're the most sought after animation studio.
They did Arcane. Well,
and it only cost them $250 million.
Oh, he's already spoiling another surprise there.
Sorry.
But that was the budget for both of the seasons combined, allegedly. Was $250 million.
That's pretty crazy.
Which, yeah, insane. But according to IMDb and all the made-up awards that someone might care about, they say 22 wins and 7 nominations. Probably the biggest award here is for the 2022 Outstanding Animated Program, beating standouts like Rick and Morty, Bob's Burgers, The Simpsons, and What If? I guess it was made by Marvel. I don't know. But now, it won an Emmy for Best Animated Outstanding Animated Program, Tomato.
Which season won that?
Well, a better question is, you have to nominate an actual episode. It's the Emmys here. So I wanted to ask you guys, what episode do you think won these awards?
From season 1, because it was 2022? Or 2021,
yeah, I'll give you that one.
Season 1, episode 3.
Let me see.
You gotta go. I'll give you some time. I think another award. No, this was a nominee for Outstanding Sound Editing for a comedy or drama series.
Comedy.
And I think it was the same episode.
I'm just going to go with the finale. I'm going to go with 9.
So we got episode 3 and episode 9. I'll tell you guys are both incorrect. What episode could it be?
First one?
I'll give you one more guess before I tell you. It's weird how I was trying to do some digging too into how these episodes are selected. I think it's the network will pick one, and that will be pushed forward to the second Illuminati judges that decide on what is going to win.
Do you guys remember what was the episode when they were fighting with Echo on the bridge? Is that
7?
7? Boy Savior.
Or maybe 8. I think it might be 8.
Echo
I think
nearly
that is
defeats.
7.
That's 7. I'll go with 7. Because
that's pretty good.
That one was good.
Patrick?
I'm going to go with the first one.
All right. Well, you guys were wrong again.
One more try.
Okay. You might get it after you've eliminated 4 out of the 9 episodes.
Shoot, which
That's our last one.
Which I will say, I was leaning towards what you just said, Grant, the 7th episode. I had to go, I thought, was that the one? I'm sort of spoiling it.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
But I was like, is that, I was like, did the one that win, was that the one on the bridge? And I had to look it up. I said, no, that was episode 7.
I feel like that's where things really started to come together with the characters and the stakes got really high and you knew everyone at a point, and that's when the hatred towards Jinx really started. But let's see, it wasn't that one.
Nope.
So it wasn't that one.
Pat's going to say 4.
I'll go 8.
8, you were both incorrect.
All right,
We're 3 episodes left. You're out.
One more time.
No,
I don't think so.
Because then if you get
the
last one,
yeah,
it's kind of impressive. You know?
That would be impressive if you got every episode.
Go 2.
Which one?
2.
2, Patrick?
5.
Congratulations, guys. You picked all the episodes that were not nominated.
It's 3.
This is incredible.
8?
No, oh, was there 2 more? Sorry.
What was it? Just
It was episode 6,
Oh.
which you guys may have never gotten.
Just so everyone, this one is when, or are you gonna?
I had to look up. There really weren't any. I mean, the biggest thing that happened in that episode was it's kind of Jinx. It's where Jinx and Vi meet right before the bridge. I mean, I think they meet on the bridge. It's not, the fight doesn't happen in that episode, but it's where Jinx shoots off the flare and they sort of have a moment together before being kidnapped by the firelights.
They do the spotlights on the council, voting out Heimerdinger.
Yeah, and Victor's going to Sin just to.
It's like the rise of
As a-
Jace.
Man of progress, man of the future.
So that one, yeah, I guess
Good job.
one,
Grant.
but I
Crushed
don't.
it.
Yeah, it's strange because are they voting for that episode or are they voting for the series? Emmys are strange.
How does it work? Like, do they have to pick a single episode that's submitted for the Emmys?
I think the networks are nominating something to send to, for a category. So they see that category and they're going to nominate.
They pick 6.
They pick 6.
So do the judges all watch episode 6? And then episode...
I don't know
That's it.
if it's
That's
just
it.
something they
Just
have to
episodes.
do.
They just watched episode 6 and not
They're like,
any other
huh,
episodes.
I have a lot
They're
of
like,
questions.
Is this one of those Japanese cartoons?
Animatronics.
Where are the tentacles? I don't like tentacles.
Bonk.
I would really like to see Caitlyn and Vi explore this relationship further.
Yes. So that was the best episode according to them. Maybe the one they felt the most proud of. I was, like I said, I was either 7, 9 being kind of the most typical finale, like, whoa. Or no, 1, 2, 3 was
3.
kind
I
of
think
still
3.
building.
I think 3 was big, and that was, I think, your first pick, Pat. Was because that's when that was like Vander died, Powder and Vi got separated. Like, not
The
not
rise of Silco.
Milo died, Clagger died, Rise of Silco, Fall of Jinx, or Powder.
It was still just all build up though. I mean, that's like a foundation block, like an origin story.
I felt like the way this, Arcane was structured is it was very satisfying because it felt like you had 3 finales every season. Because of the jump.
They
in
did
time,
amp it up.
I don't think there's an end of an act that doesn't jump in time or back into time.
And everything's got some
I
sort
don't know
of
which way they're
self-contained thing that gets resolved, some sort of main focus.
Yeah,
That's good.
small arcs, which I think is great because my biggest gripe, and I don't know if I've said this on the show or not. We don't talk about TV that much, but my biggest gripe with television series these days is it feels like there's no longer a nice arc where you watch the show, there's one thing, one topic to Pat what just said that is ultimately resolved, and then they tease the next season. That's how I enjoy my TV. I feel like now, because I don't know if it's the way finances are and you need to get the next season funded no matter what, but it feels like, and I think Severance is a good example. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's it's half of the arc and it ends at the top. They build up. The whole fucking season is a build up. And then you're like, well, yeah, I want to watch the next fucking season. But I feel like Severance, for example, nothing's fucking resolved. It's all build up and it drives me insane. I mean, I like the show. It's a good show. I'm going to watch season 2. I just think there's where's the art in having some sort of resolution in a self-contained season? I feel like
Like an anime arc.
It's the same as movies, Grant. Everything's a part 1,
Yeah.
Or, you know, Wicked Part 1.
Did you know that? Did you know Wicked's only part 1?
No.
I saw it and I found out like when it opened.
Same thing with fucking Dune, which
Yeah,
I
with
haven't
Dune,
I haven't
exactly,
watched
yeah.
Dune 2. Kind of
Yeah.
had like
It's the same thing, yeah.
It's a reason why I didn't watch Dune 2. I was like, dude, fuck off. Like you could have, it was too slow. You could have at least had, they don't even try to have an arc anymore. I don't care if there's enough content that you need 2 episodes, I'm cool with it. And I don't know how Wicked ended. I don't know if it ended like climactic, but that's how Dune did. Dune was just a big build, and then as soon as it starts getting fucking interesting, it ends. Like fuck that. No, have some sort of
Wicked's
nice.
the same thing.
Dune gets an L,
Yeah.
but Wicked makes sense. First, they tell you right in the beginning. It says part 1. You go, okay.
It says that's the same thing for Dune though.
Did they say part 1?
Yes. Once you're in the
It's
fucking
same
theater.
thing. It wasn't advertised, and then it's like the opening credits. It says like part 1.
I don't remember Dune. At least with Wicked, I've seen the musical in New York, and it's 2 acts, and it just does both acts. It ended where Act 1 ended, and
I will give you that with the Wicked.
Yeah. But
Ariana
they
Grande.
didn't. They kind of they don't share that beforehand though, which is just annoying.
Yeah. They could have just called it Wicked Act 1.
I don't think. Yeah, they can't promote it like that.
Why?
I think it's just like a blood. It's just
Nothing
Yeah,
good.
it's
just
happens
like
at the end of the trip.
you're guaranteed to lose more money. It's
Yeah.
like if
It's
we put a
it's
part
also
1 in
there's
this,
there's no pro to
Mhm.
showing that it's Act 1.
They're like,
there's
they'll
no
figure it out.
positives. There's only negatives.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just annoying that that's where we're living. That's the world we're living in. But tangent aside, I'll pass it back to you, Quinn.
sure. One more thing with that Fortiche, semi Illuminati. During the 6-year creation of Arcane, their staff numbers grew from around 15 to 300. So they just started funneling in money. They were like a little startup that just started employing everybody everywhere.
Back down to 15.
Another fun fact is that the show was all made through keyframing. There was no motion capture. I was watching this and I thought, you know what? It's a hyper realistic animation. Were any of these like some dude putting on a green body thing and doing some weird dance or something? But no, it was there was none of that.
It's kind of cool.
I felt like that added to it. I feel like the animation was a little more stylized than some, and yeah, I think they just did a really good job animating. I'm trying to think. I think the whole
It's a visually stunning piece.
yeah. I'm trying
And
to think of the last episode. Or no, you know what? A good example that I really liked is when they showed Vander as Warwick chasing the blood, and you could see like just red, and like they went to him, and it was just like red and like, and then they went back to the people. And I thought that was just like phenomenal animation. Like it was just so. It's just stylized, and you were like Warwick,
You're
style.
bloodlusting too.
Yeah.
You're like, this dude's he's gonna go fuck some shit up.
You didn't even fucking know who it was.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
You're
you
like,
gotta
they're in
have that
danger.
yeah,
He's got the scent.
Yeah, he's got the fucking scent, bro.
He's gonna be there in like 3, 2, what? Oh, you guys are dead.
What was a little that scene? He didn't really get him as much as I thought.
What do you mean?
Didn't he, like,
Like killed
kill
everyone in
everyone in
prison.
No, in the prison. Oh yeah, I mean that part. Yeah, when he was showing up, I thought you meant more like when they were looking for him in the tunnels, and then the little kid like cuts herself or something, and then he gets that sort of rage again.
Well, they were the only people who could get to him, so that's why he didn't kill them all. That would be a bad
They
ending
tapped
to
into
Arcane.
his
Oh, the
humanity.
little kid was gonna finally die.
I mean,
Well,
the little kid does die.
as far as animation, music, styling, I mean, they definitely were throwing money with music like Imagine Dragons, JID, some UK rock bands, Pusha T, Denzel Curry. The list goes on.
Imagine Dragons loves League, bro.
Do they?
They love League. They're in the show. Like they just would probably did it for free.
As like voice actors?
No, they're in one of the first episodes. There's like a band at
Oh my god.
the last drop or whatever, and it's a Imagine Dragons.
That's
Really?
funny.
Mm-hmm. They love League. They performed at like Worlds just for free, just to like show up, like multiple years.
I know
That's cool.
they're there, and I always see. I guess Zed's there and Dabin. I know he's always doing some stuff.
Did you know Babinos has a Valorant song? He's like on a Valorant song. Found that out today.
For one of the agents.
No, for one of like it reminds me. I was like, I know this song. It's like a gun skin song, is what it reminds me of. Like once you get the final kill, then it starts playing.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finisher.
Yeah, kill.
It's kind of cool.
And
Yeah.
speaking of Vander and the last drop, the last kind of cool buzz piece I found was there was a pop-up The Last Drop bar in Los Angeles that you could go to get some shimmer and take a photo with fake Jinx or something. So I was like,
Caitlyn?
yeah. I
Do
wonder.
you fly out, Quinn?
No, I'm not going to fly out for that. Actually, I think it was
But if he did, he was definitely getting the photo.
probably in the hood. Let's see. It was at Boba Bear. Where's Boba Bear? 4th Street. Let's take a look. Let's zoom out.
That's where I lived.
Oh, dude, it is. It's in Koreatown, dude. Koreatown's actually very close to where I lived. And
So is this the hood or not?
I think Koreatown's not really like the hood, but it's I think it's one of the most densely populated areas of Los Angeles. Like person per square foot or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stereotype is there's no parking in Koreatown. There's just, I mean, no.
Can't park my bike.
Can't park anywhere. They're like, you found a spot in Koreatown? Like, people are on top of each other. So, and that's where Arcane The Last Drop experiences.
Cool.
So with that, any other things that you guys felt like the buzz? Was it permeating? Were your friends actually talking about this one?
No.
No. We have no more
What,
friends in our
Talking about what, Arcane?
Arcane and how big it was for gamers and non-gamers alike. Or your parents
I talked
Grants.
to Jackson about it. We were talking about it when it
Well,
ended.
he's in there.
Yeah.
And I guess did it permeate to the real world to work at all?
No.
Okay.
That's
So still not too much of a gap.
That's a big gap, at least in my work. That's a big gap.
It's a big gap.
Large gap for me as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you would be the closest because I feel like, software engineers, you have a large software engineer team. I have like most of the people at my job are not technical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's more consultants. You have the Salesforce is point and click. So there's not a lot of software engineers.
Yeah, it's more
and Salesforce's whole thing is clicks not code. That's literally what they say because they'd rather it be configured than you have to write any sort of.
You still got to pay another company thousands of dollars to help you click.
That's
right?
us.
You know how much code it takes to make it just clickable?
Yeah. Cut out the middleman. Okay, I think that's all I have for reception. I hope
Isn't
you
there
enjoyed. One more.
Tunes.
Well, tunes. I don't really have too much on tunes. They have a lot of breadth, a lot of different tunes. Did you have a favorite song?
Yeah, I guess we did. Yeah.
Do you have one that you wanted to
My
bring up?
favorite song. You know my favorite song.
Imagine dragging these nuts across your face.
Is that
Nope.
it, Grant? I don't recognize that name.
No. Hellfire, which fun fact, saw randomly on Reddit, people posted Luigi Mangioni's Spotify before it was fucking taken down. That was one of his songs was Hellfire, which is a banger. By Fever 333. Don't know them. But it's fucking really good. It's like a
I
metal kind of EDM mix.
You would like, maybe I gotta send you, we were just talking about Dabin. He has a song called Hollow that is very similar, sort of that metal EDM mix. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I found
Dabin
it
Hollow.
with
Nice,
Kai
save it.
Wachi.
Yeah,
Kai
he's,
Wachi.
I think he's a bass guy.
All right,
I really
I'll check
liked
it out.
Playground. How they like it just felt like it was a very fitting song with like the span of Zaun, when they were introducing. I think they were introducing Caitlyn to it, like the underworld, and it just kind of haunting.
I don't
Felt like
remember
it
that
went with
one off the
Jinx's theme.
Jinx's thing. Oh yeah, I'll have to look up
playground.
that one too. At least I know some people were giving the opening some shit, but I thought,
Yeah, I'm not a huge Imagine Dragons. Um,
but they love Lee Grant.
yeah. Well,
It
I
was cool the
think
first couple times.
yeah, it's cool the first couple times, but also like, that's one thing I wish it was a little bit more like anime openery. I feel like
Mm,
anime openers like rarely miss. And I
Yeah, I
feel
think
like
it was pretty in line with a very realistic animated show. I think the song choice made sense, even if probably a lot of people aren't like huge Imagine Dragons fan and they have a distinct sound, but I thought it fit. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of segment one. Quinn's gonna take a little break. You can click on the camera now, and we're gonna pass the baton
sure.
over to Grant to talk about lore.
Gonna talk about lore, guys. So, allow to see my screen. Browser can't access. Oh no. Share
Oh,
screen. Share
he's
screen.
got egg on his face already.
The browser can't access your screen.
Have you been hacking again? In Grant's spare time, he's a black hat hacker, and
hmm
he doesn't take no for an answer, especially these government organizations that threaten him. They say, Grant, you better put a stop to what you're doing. He goes, I'm for the people. I'm Luigi Part 2.
He says you can't prove anything.
He
I'll
said,
find it.
he's, he said, you say one more word, I'm going to use my clickable graphical user interface to fuck up your code.
You're never gonna know how many customers you have.
Don't get, once he's in a flow state too, it's over. Their social
Don't let him
security
get in his
numbers and
zone.
Screen sharing.
credit reports.
Firefox. All right. I just enabled Firefox to share screen. So it says
He's so hardcore. He's on Firefox.
I I once I got my new computer, I just oh sweet. That works. Can you guys see?
All right, let's bring it up. Yeah.
Are you able to see?
No. I mean, look
Oh,
at what the screen is.
oh. Present, share screen, allow.
I feel like you were almost there.
Something was shared. Firefox is so private they can't even.
I don't, because look at that's
Uh,
that's what's showing up.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, all right. Grant's taking a little break to
Bio break for
a little bio.
boy.
he's gonna piss on his computer. Hope it
That's
works.
how we get into his flow
He's
state.
like Firefox.
I'll put out the fire.
So we're gonna take a quick. What can we chat about? Arcane. So you rewatched the. Oh, he's already back. Oh, he's in. Now we can't hear him. Oh no, it's a mess. And
There's two
it's still
Grants.
fucked up.
Grant, do you want me to share the something?
Well, let's get your sound fixed first.
Yeah, it's one step at a time.
No, I mean
He's
I
back.
want to walk through it. I
What
was
is it?
gonna move around. It's like a little flow chart kind of
The
thing.
lore? Do
So
you want me to do it?
yeah. Let me. What I'm gonna try. We might have to download Chrome for this. I don't even have Chrome on my computer.
Oh, is that? What were you
Uh,
using We're using Safari.
Or Firefox.
I mean, before Firefox.
Yeah, it comes with Safari.
I I know. What were you using?
I use Safari to download Firefox. I've only been using Firefox.
Apologies, listeners and viewers.
I'm sorry. I didn't use Firefox as my default. Don't sign in. Okay, got it. Boom. All right. I'll be right.
Wow. Speaking of Reddit, you just Google Fever 333. Literally the first, second, third post is a Reddit post that says new Fever 333 is overly cliche and cringe. r/metalcore.
I've never heard of them before.
Well, they're overly cliche and cringe, so don't even bother.
They were formerly perfect though.
They were. I like the old Fever 333.
When they were Fever 3-3.
There's a lot of this is intermission wise words of wisdom. If anything, if you just notice things and it says, and it's along the lines of old is good, new is bad, just ignore it. Just ignore it.
Keep scrolling.
It's our inner nostalgic brainwaves telling us
Change
lies.
is bad.
And
Keep
our
everything the
innate
same.
resistance to change will
You're
make
saying-
you be mad on the internet. We Googled Fever 333, and the third post was a Reddit post that says, new Fever 333 is overly cliche and cringe.
Oh. Are they referring to the song I like?
Oh, they're referring to the band,
I know,
a
but
collection of artists?
is new Fever 3
Um,
considered the song I like?
No, I don't think one song is. I don't know. There's lots of randos talking. The first album was amazing, as it always is.
Dude, this is new technology where like now you have to like use a second factor authentication just to log into Google Drive. Google Drive.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah, when I remember when we will have our in-person podcast, and I had to log into all the Google stuff, like at the Airbnb. I mean, it thought it was
It's
taking down the
exploding.
network.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Here's a code.
Yeah.
Here's a code. Here's your recovery account.
Okay. I'm in. I just have to
Grant's in.
change the view because
He's almost there.
it's just
Nearly.
the wrong.
I can.
It's
feel
like in
it.
night mode appearance. No, I want it in light mode. Thank you.
Maybe he's not that close.
Dude, I'm.
Yeah, he's working on light mode and dark mode.
God.
He's trying to share a screen.
Does he remember what the problem was?
He's toggling dark mode.
He just puts up, it's like the shared screen, but it's light.
Yes, we're here.
Oh,
Okay.
would you like us on the left or the bottom, Grant?
It doesn't matter.
Alright.
So I started with the regions, right? So Arcane really is Piltover and Zaun. I put them together because Zaun is mostly under. It's called Undercity, but it's also the just across the bridge. That's considered Zaun. And then you go over the bridge, you got Piltover. Zaun has like across the bridge, and then they have a bunch of depths. And apparently, the deeper you go, the scarier it gets. So that is Piltover and Zaun. We have Noxus, which is an expansion empire to the north of Piltover and Zaun. And we have Demacia, which doesn't play a role right now, but it was mentioned, I think there's relations to Noxus and Demacia. And if you guys want to see, we got a little map here. So this little port, this is Piltover and Zaun. So this is where everything took place, kind of a port town. And then you got Noxus here, which Noxus, who's from Noxus? Well,
I know.
we got Ambessa, which, what's her last name?
Medarda.
Nordarda. Yeah. And then you have
My daughter.
Nordarda and Kino. As you can see, I color coded these. This should say Vander Warwick. all of these are Zon. So like this was a very Zon heavy show. You know, most of the characters we know are going to be Zon, and then we have our relationships here. And I left this one for you, Quinn, because I know we'll discuss this later. You know, is there a connection between Trace and Victor? Also, if you can see these little crosses, that means they're dead.
Oh,
Lots of
spoiler alert.
lots of dead people here. Savika did not die though. She got hers. I feel like she had a full arc.
She's present.
She ended up in the console.
Is Heimerdinger really dead, or is he just?
I think he's considered
in a different place.
He's considered dead in this world.
Is Jinx dead?
But he may come back.
Wait, is Isha not dead?
Oh, Isha should be marked dead. That bitch.
She did nothing. She didn't even need to die.
Dead.
Cool.
Yeah, so this is a little cheat sheet that we can use. You know, lots of characters in this.
Did they ever reveal Singed's daughter? Name?
She's alive, yeah.
She's alive.
Does she have a name?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
She could.
Is Singed?
There was kind of
or is he Piltover?
Point where he is, I think, considered Zon.
It's tough because they're so intermingled.
It's tough.
Like, is Victor Zon or is Victor Piltover? These are tough questions.
Yeah, grew up Zon.
Is Heimerdinger Zon or is he Piltover?
Yeah, lots of crossovers.
Why is Heimerdinger Zon?
He was living in Zon for many
he got kicked out of Piltover.
Didn't he just do it for a little? I don't know. I guess a little bit.
He went through,
I guess,
and like lived potentially hundreds of lives before he could meet Echo in the right one, and he was always in Zon, presumably in those parallel universes.
Oh, I'm not talking about the fan fiction.
Or it's not fan fiction.
I mean,
he said to Echo that he was waiting for him in this universe.
Right. If you take out season 2, episode 7, does he have any connection to Zon?
You're referring to that?
Well, because he
that's
left
fan fiction.
That whole
episode's fan fiction.
Oh my God.
He left Piltover, went across.
I know he did that. I just don't know how that would make him Zon. I mean, I guess it depends. Is it by where you were born and raised, or where you end up?
It's tough questions. Matter of perception.
I'm just thinking about Heimerdinger. His race is a Yordle, and I don't know if you remember. I was trying to find a quick image. There was Zon Yordle, who is also a prostitute.
Ooh.
Do you remember what she looks like? You remember she's like looks like Heimer. She's like smoking.
Mm-hmm.
But in the wiki that I'm using, because it's not like Wikipedia where everything's monitored, they had her name and they called her a Hordle because she's a Yordle. I thought that was funny.
Makes sense.
All right, onwards. One of the big things that I wanted to look into and educate you guys on is like, you know, what the question was like, where did they come up with this? And how much of this was kind of canon. And I will say a lot of it's not what the lore was originally. I think people largely now consider this canon and bigger lore than what was previously maybe announced when they did League characters. But actually, Hextech goes back to these mercantile clans of Piltover, and Jace is part of one, which actually has people like Camille, who is another character in League, and it's different than Caitlyn's clan. They have a Kiraman clan, and then they have a Pharaoh's clan. Jace is part of the Pharaoh's clan, which is not talked about at all. None of these clans are actually talked about. And they kind of put Jace in with Caitlyn, and like he was sponsored by that family, but that's not original lore, according to the League wiki that I was using as my source for this. Medarda as well. It didn't seem like they came to Piltover and kind of took over. It seemed like they were well-established clan in Piltover for a long time, and they had a guy named Master Jago, and his father created all these pistons and made money off of that, and then put that piston money to invest into Hextech when that was created. Also, Hextech is like from like a creature. They're like they're farming these like stones from a creature in another region. Is how Hextech is in like the original lore, not how it's shown, where it's kind of, I guess,
It could be the same though,
it
because
could be.
they don't really go to the origin. It's just kind of like
They don't. And Hextech, and they do kind of touch on this. Hextech, this is not the first time Hextech has surfaced. You saw Heimer and all of his, tribulations, and there was, I think Hextech is brought back to, like the War of Runeterra. I think the Wars of Runeterra, which is like
The
kind
card
of
game.
I think it's card games. Is it a card game?
I think League has. I mean, I think it kind of flopped.
that's like
Legends of Runeterra.
Runeterra is the name of the whole world. It's like Earth.
Yeah, there's like these. They have like, it was like BC wars a long time ago. I think Hextech was involved in there. But that was kind of interesting stuff. Let me open my other. It should be in here.
Are there other pieces of media or like this other lore? How is this being distributed?
They used to do comics.
Comics? Okay.
When characters are announced, they do a little bit of lore, and they do have like the League universe, which is from Riot, where they have biographies and stuff like that. So that's, I think, largely where a lot of this lore lived. Again, it's kind of interesting because this is like the biggest contribution to lore ever was the show. So a lot of people are kind of overwriting what was previously out there and making this the new canon, which was interesting because I didn't know, where this came from. But yeah, any thoughts there? Are you guys surprised that this was kind of non-canon and became canon? Or is it?
No, I think you got so. I mean, there's so much money involved, and you have characters that are already created. That, I mean, you got to take some liberties, and you got to create some storylines that might stop on what you've created before.
Yeah, you can say, hey, we were, piecemealing it out, taking it one at a time as characters were introduced, and now we are doing a full vision of how things started.
Yeah.
Like Jinx and Vi, like, I mean, just family relationships. Everyone kind of seems solo, when you're playing a game, but
Caitlyn and Vi have always been linked, but they were never linked as lovers until this. And now they are. Further down this path, Arcane was actually, even when it first came out, was not originally supposed to be canon. They were not trying to keep it logically make sense with the lore at all. And then once they started making it, they switched the plan after season 1 feedback. But they did always want to tell a story about Vi, Jinx, Victor, and Jace, and the setting of Zon and Piltover. There is an interview out there, and I don't know, Quinn, if you looked into this for your segment, but there's 2 co-creators, and one of them, he is called
Arcane?
For Arcane, and one of them is called Necrit or Necrit, which is like his, I don't know, his username, Necrit. I don't know if that's, if you go onto the wiki, you can see there's 2 co-creators, and from what I found, they were like, this is a co-creator, an Arcane co-creator. His name's Necrit, but that's not his real name, so
That's
I
his
couldn't really.
right ID.
Yeah, I couldn't find his real name. I didn't do that much research, but I couldn't find his real name and like see like, oh, this is literally the co-creator, and his name's Necrit and Riot. But he did do an interview on Twitch where people ask questions and he got into responses. So it's kind of, I want to share some of this with you. One piece and this might, contribute into our conversation later into a segment, but Victor and Jace are confirmed to be bromance. Very good friends who would die for each other at any given time, but they were not lovers. They just are bros.
You telling me they're not porking?
They're not porking.
I'm not saying they're lovers, but
maybe they have a little.
Yeah, there could be something more. I mean, there was like the last shot of them are like looking each other's eyes. They're like embracing. They're like
they were dying,
getting all cozy together. I think you can die with your bro another way, besides the fetal position.
Yeah, you gotta fist bump your bro when you're 9. What do you mean?
Don't touch me.
You just gotta give him the nod.
I did actually see the clip that you were talking about. I don't think it spoiled or said anything that I didn't already think. I mean, I know I'm kind of just
the clip
spitballing. Yeah, the clip of that interview or Twitch stream or whatever.
I didn't know it was a video interview.
Oh, there was a video part to it.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it's not that interesting.
Well, I had some more interesting facts about it.
Sure. You want me to take this screen down, or you still need this?
We can take it down. So another question I had before I did this segment, I want to get to the bottom to is what is next, guys? I guess my first question is: do you guys envision another? Is there going to be another animated Arcane-like series made by Riot and this French company?
Probably. I mean, I think I don't know, but it's also confusing. I don't know why you wouldn't just continue this, because it obviously needed some continuation, in my opinion.
We've got like 150 league characters.
Yeah, I guess they do have unlimited amounts of source material that they can draw from. And maybe they just said, you know what, shit was getting a little confusing. Mel's powers. They're like, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a very good series. I think I'd like to see another kind of universe with new characters, a new story. And it was confirmed. It's not only confirmed, but it's already a year in the works, like over a year.
What is it?
And that was when this interview took place, which was a month ago. So at least a year and a month in works. And there was hints of future teasers. There were, and Pat might be able to get this one. There were ravens. Swain, which was confirmed. Swain will be in the next one. And there was also a pianist. Jin.
I was going to say Darius.
Darius is actually from Demacia, which was that region I showed you.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Swain is like the head of Noxus. He's like the general. And so like the raven at the end that was pecking, he's seeing what's going on.
Yeah. And just to wrap that up, Noxus, Ionia, and Demacia. I don't know if I can pull up that map again if we want, really quick when we wrap this up. So
Noxus would be kind of like the evil warmongering. Demacia would be like classic human good. And Ionia would be like monks, kind of like sword monks. That's like my headcanon. Is
Ionia like Lee Sin?
It's like Aurelia. I think Lee Sin. Okay. I can't really think of anyone else from Ionia.
Yeah, so we have these 3 here are going to be the next ones. But there's a lot of this looks like Game of Thrones, there's a lot.
Shen, Zed, Yasuo.
That's Ionia?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Lee Sin.
Lee Sin.
Very
I
cool.
get effed up by Lee Sin so many times.
There is one other character that they confirmed. He is kind of like a crab. Kind of like a singed crab. Yes, Urgot was also confirmed.
Was he
to
the
be in next
bodyguard? Or no? I thought he might have been in this one.
Yeah, I know. He reminded me kind of Chainsaw Lady, you know?
Oh, he reminded me of the guy with Deckard. The original goon. He looked like Urgot. But I could also see the Chainsaw Lady like taking some of that too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give him a little suggestion. I mean, limit the characters and focus on some compelling motives.
Were you not compelled? I was compelled.
I was compelled at times, but we can get into that.
Yeah, with that, I think that finishes my segment. You guys are more than welcome to print out those PDFs and hang them in your room if you'd like, just so you never forget.
Refer back regularly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna color code it.
It's already color coded.
I might be changing my singed. I might disagree with some of the alignments.
That's fair. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put more characters on it, and then I'm gonna pass it off on my own.
You just said you want less, so I'm getting mixed messages
here. Well,
know what he wants.
This is for Arcane, so unfortunately, I do have to fill up the whole goddamn sheet with all these people.
That's true. I did have to stop at some point. I was gonna do images for all of them, as you saw.
Marcus.
There was like 3, and then I was like, this is gonna take too long, and we had a lot of homework we assigned to ourselves. So, anyways, that concludes my segment. I hope you guys learned something, took something away. Quinn, a quiz.
Yeah.
Who's one of the characters out of the 3 that I listed that will be in the next season?
What do you mean, the 3 that you listed?
They're adding more characters. Are you kidding?
No, I just
wait. People are added to the game or to the show?
For the next show, there were 3 lead characters that were confirmed that Pat listed.
Swain.
All nice. Just a little pop quiz
to see if I was listening.
Yeah.
LeBlanc probably too, because she's like the Black Rose. Maybe she was already in it though. I don't really know what.
Yeah, I think technically she's already in it. When I was doing my Black Rose research, that I sort of gave up on, like trying to figure out what the hell happened.
Well, there's really little out there.
It was a mistake to put that storyline in this show.
I would agree that they didn't need to do that.
Didn't need it.
Especially because Mel is not a League character. She doesn't exist in League today. So it didn't make sense. Is that why LeBlanc, like the chains? Is that like...
Sometimes I think they have to work backwards sometimes. And I think you have a scene at the end where you have to decide, how do we defeat Mbessa? Like, that makes sense. And then, okay, you work kind of backwards and you end up giving Mel some powers through a storyline that gets a little bit convoluted. And then,
I feel like they just needed more time to...
Well, you make a wonderful point. They needed to decide how to defeat Mbessa. She was so powerful. And maybe we should talk about the power.
The power of characters? I'd say let's jump right into it. With our next segment.
Good segue.
Characters by Patrick.
I'm excited for this.
How's this look?
Good. Let's give us even some more. Does this cover? Oh, nice. All right, we're going to get rid of this so we can see our smiling faces. We're at the bottom here. And tell us what we're doing, Patrick.
All right. We've got our classic anime tier list. S, very powerful. Only a couple. D, very weak.
Dog shit.
Yeah, you don't want them on. If a fight's breaking out, you don't want them to be near. They should head for the hills. They need to get home safely. And we've got a collection of characters, and we're going to kind of organize them with 3 collaborating minds into how did their abilities impact the show. You run into, if you're in the the deepest depths of Zaun, who do you not want to run into on a bad day? And then if you were, in a bad mood on your worst day, and you really want to, take some gauntlets and just beat someone up, like, who do you want to run into in that street or the Zaun alleyway?
It's my champion.
Let's get into it. I think I do what you just did. Throw that boy in D.
Okay.
I think this guy's the weakest one.
I think
he's in Darcy tier. That's all I'm arguing right now.
Relatively,
and that is the child Victor, the
young
autistic and handicapped young man.
He had a thirst for knowledge at a young age. He liked dinosaurs and cheese,
inventing things,
pizza.
Yeah.
No, he liked boats. Remember, he made his little boat, a little wood boat, sailboats.
Technically, it's a ship.
So we're gonna go just left to right.
I like it.
This is the OG Shimmer baddie, Deckard. So he was, initially introduced as a bully, kind of in the streets of Zaun, and he was the first experiment that Silco just, let's see what happens when we inject this shimmering liquid into this young man, and he turned into a kind of a Hulk. But he was the first iteration, Where do we think?
I said C. I didn't think he was that strong.
I think I was in B, but
I was also in C. I felt like he was pretty strong, but I felt like he didn't have it didn't seem like he could last very long,
Yeah, I felt like everyone
in
in B, I felt like in my list could beat him 1v1 easily.
Yeah.
You have Vi above Deckard?
I also had Vi in C, yeah.
You have Vi in C?
Yeah, early Vi. Yeah.
Well, we have season 1 Vi and season 2 Vi.
Well, let's go. Are you okay with C for now?
I'm okay with C.
We can move around. Okay. Then we've got Final Form Echo, the time traveler. I forget what his actual tag.
I said S. Easy S. Low S though. He's a low S, but he's an S.
minus.
Yeah, S minus.
Oh, I had him in B. I thought
he saved the world.
I mean, but it's only because he has like a little gimmick. Like it worked well.
Part of his power.
You can
go back in time and always get it right. I don't know how you beat that.
He literally beat an omnipotent creature.
Well,
he got in the world who could beat Victor.
He got just to like a weak point. I could see it. I don't know what the downsides of his.
Okay, I would say I'm okay with A, but he's top A.
I had him in S on mine.
Okay, right, if you guys both had him in S, you leave him in S. He's seems very powerful, but also maybe not as long lasting. Maybe I don't know what the downsides of his ability are. Seems like there's none. You just keep using it.
He did just keep hitting it until it worked right.
So the downside was not being able to hit it. Like that's the only time I felt like he was weak. He was like, I need to hit it. And
just a little cheesy for me.
Sure.
We've got the mute orphan, Isha.
I put her in C.
I had D. I mean, I had her right below Victor, but I'm thinking Victor probably would lose there now. I'm looking at this.
I mean, she knows how to shoot a gun, and she had some fake Jinx sightings or reports.
She did kind of have.
She did make an impact on.
She was heroic
Vander.
in her own way.
She was heroic. All right.
I mean, I don't know if she made an impact on Vander, but or Warwick.
Temporarily
on our hearts.
I don't know what it. I mean, she just shot. She didn't do anything, and then the episode ended, and then the next one they were in a fucking different dimension.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
I literally had to I had to stop everything. I said, am I watching the right episode? I've done this before. I've skipped an episode, so I had to be like.
I did that too.
Oh no!
You did it for episode 7. You did the check.
Dude, not to get too far off topic, but when we watched Young Frankenstein, somehow the site I found it on some random site, and I was just aircasting it, or whatever, airplay. I don't know what it's fucking called. And that happened where it somehow skipped to the last 15 minutes. And Katie and I were watching it. It was the love scene with Frankenstein, that weird lady. I was like,
What
what the fuck is going on? I was like, I feel like we missed something. It's like, oh yeah, no shit, we missed the whole fucking
thing.
movie.
That movie was so hard to find.
I found it. I should have
Yeah.
linked it to you. Well, I found it like I was watching it like the day before, so
Yeah, but it like wasn't on it. You couldn't buy it anywhere.
no, you couldn't. Yeah.
Wild. Okay, on to the next one. We've got. I called him Corrupted Jace. This is the Jace, in the kind of season 2 kind of.
Yeah, I had him one weaker than other Jace, which we'll get into.
Same.
I thought he was more flawed, and although he maybe caused more destruction, he didn't have the wits to
You
him.
had him weaker.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
His
I
shit
mean,
didn't
I
even
imagine
work.
him. He naturally is corrupted. He's got his hex tech weaponry, and he's ready to rock.
I mean, he
wasn't
had his
working
hex tech
right, though.
weaponry in season 1. That was season 1, right? When him and Vi like stormed into Zon, or is that season 2?
It might have been early season 2.
But that was pre-corrupt, which
I mean, I just thought he's useless as season 1. I mean, what is he's just a
no,
scientist.
he kicked ass and they got the first Shimmer plant down like easy.
Yeah.
It was him and Vi were kicking butt.
Then I didn't really see it. Is there a difference between corrupted and non-corrupted?
Yeah, corrupted.
Jace?
He couldn't really think, like he couldn't really see.
He's
No,
like a
for real.
barbarian.
He's all.
What?
And his shit didn't work either.
I
And
said
it looked all weird.
I did middle C. Or middle B. I did middle B, sorry.
I did B, I think.
All right, I'd say both of them in B then.
Okay. Jinx?
No, this is just the rocket, I thought.
No,
this is
that's
the
no,
Oh,
that's
sorry,
Jinx.
Sorry. The rocket is, I see it now.
Uh,
I had her in B as well.
I had her in A. Thought she was good at
She was crafty.
effing shit up,
She was.
especially
Kind
when
of
you.
always. She was pretty strong too, honestly.
I just felt like she needed to be like she was never good at like combat. Like she was good at thinking and powerful in that aspect, but
Hmm.
everyone who I had above her, I felt could take her 1v1. I mean, she was very good at crafting destruction, but I feel like when she was always in danger in fight scenes. Like if I had to fucking save her, like when she was on screen, I'm like, yeah, she's like getting her ass whooped. Like she needs someone to help her.
Didn't she beat up Vi 1v1 though? Post Shimmer? When she got like the Shimmer injection? Wasn't she beating up Vi?
I thought Jinx was a little stronger.
No, remember they were about to kill her, and then Isha came up or something and saved her.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
But I said B, but I'd be okay with low C.
Low
I'm good.
I mean, no, sorry,
B?
low B. I said C. No, I said B. Never mind. I said B.
Whatever it is,
Why?
I think they should be on the same line as Vi.
That's fair.
Season 2 Vi.
C. I
Alright,
had.
we'll put her there for now.
We're gonna have
Throw
some
her B.
discussion there. Maybe we save all that for last.
This
we got-
girl,
This bitch I literally had.
D.
She was D. She was D minus.
she was a
Really?
she was a masseuse.
No, she was the person who was like the mage. They were asking her for advice.
I thought
didn't
she was
read
just
that, like, they didn't
administered.
really
I've
know
never
her
seen.
powers.
Did she do anything though? I mean,
Just administered like drugs.
like
She was a nurse.
IV nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put her
Alright.
lower than fucking Victor. Sail ship boy, sailboat.
All right, the rocket.
A.
S.
S.
I mean, it killed like 4 people.
Okay.
It was unstoppable.
It's a
that's
hex
mine.
tech like nuke.
All right.
Ambessa.
Oh, I did like A plus.
I did A as well.
A.
She's
She's like
She was one
hard to
big
defeat.
bitch.
she's one tough bitch.
Yeah.
All right, then we got Firefly Echo.
Oh, I had him low B.
C.
I'd be okay with C as well.
Did he really ever fight? I know he flew around a bunch.
He at the bridge.
Yeah.
They did his like little comic scene, you know.
And he still got his ass kicked, kind of.
I mean, put him C. Put him top of C at least. Like all the
Oh,
way
I didn't
up.
really differentiate
I
there.
did.
I did.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But that's fine.
Yeah, so
All
he
right,
would win
this
out.
is the official one.
All right.
Heimer.
Heimer Donger?
I had him
Donger?
B. I had him above both these D's.
D. Isn't he like? Doesn't he have wizardry powers? And
I didn't see
couldn't he f some shit up if he had to?
I didn't see any of that.
He's kind of a pacifist, but
I wouldn't call him powerful. I mean, he's smart, he's useful, but
Kind of a nerd.
I
He gets bullied.
and maybe this is the wrong
Maybe that
thing. Like in my head when I looked at these, and since I was doing literal like order, I was saying like 1v1 is Nurse or Heimerdinger gonna win. I had Heimer above Isha though in mind, so maybe we would put him above Isha. But that fucking
even, like,
berserker
depth
dude
like
would
this-
kick his ass.
He's looking like Isha doesn't.
I guess I
belong
never.
there.
I just never saw his
Isha's up
potential.
to- I don't know.
What? What are we
I
doing?
guess.
Like,
I guess.
Yeah.
This is what I think 1v1. I know she like used Jinx's gun and like killed herself and made a little explosion, but I don't know if that's her power. Like, is that? I
Like, she
feel
can
like
just
she
shoot a
got
gun.
ass whoop.
But Victor and
Heimerdinger would
the Ivy Nurse are useless.
put
Really
Heimer,
useless.
put Heimer above Isha. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. I like
That's good.
All right.
Okay. Then we got the man of the future, Jace.
Regular
I would
Jace.
just do B plus for now. Put him above corrupted. I didn't
As
have
long
him
as he's
A.
on B, that's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine with me.
Or you think Rocket spread and then corrupt?
Rocket. Anybody
Jinx.
taking the
Oh,
rocket is gonna die. Even
Except
Echo.
Echo, because he would talk.
Yeah,
No,
go
because
back
he'd
in
forget
time.
to hit it and it would blast him in the face.
No.
He wouldn't forget.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. We got the Asian e-boy Chem boss.
I had this guy top a C. I thought he could do some work. I don't know if he's stronger than Echo though. I think he's. I had him stronger than that
Finn.
monster dude.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, 'cause I don't. Him and Echo, that'd be a fair fight, you know.
That would be a fair fight.
But I don't think. I think Jace would handle him pretty easily
Yeah,
with his hex tech.
and Jinx would too.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay.
think, Quinn? You agree with that?
I just kind of stacked B a lot, so I had a lot of people in B.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
I'm okay with that. Let's go.
Chainsaw Lady, I thought
His
was
name is Rennie.
strong. She was fucking strong. I thought she was A. I had her A because she took out Caitlyn
She was kind of
and she
persistent.
took out Jace. Like 1v1, she beat them both. I had her A.
I could.
I could buy that.
Yeah, she was pretty annoying. She really wouldn't die
Yeah, she was strong. dude.
until how did she die?
I feel like she's stronger than
Did Savika cut her neck or something? Or was
I
that the
think
other
with the
guy?
upgraded gun or arm kind of thing.
Rennie, Death, Arcane. But who was the one that Savika?
Oh,
Got-
that was like the little rat. Fuck.
Was that the femboy?
No, he was like the kind of the Yordle, but not really the Yordle.
Who are you guys talking about?
When she like double agented for Silco. They were planning on overthrowing Silco, but then they got in
that
the room.
was Finn. Yeah, I was thinking about the Yordle Arcane
Mm.
Chem boss. What was his name?
Chem Baron?
Smeech.
Smeech. Let me look this guy up.
Oh, so she was in the room when Savika killed Finn. And then Silco just let her leave. There's actually a lot of all this shit wasn't updated for season 2 either. Like a lot of these wiki pages are just old. They just go up to season 1. And you're like,
Yeah.
people really didn't like season 2.
Really?
All right, let's give her A.
I gave her A. I liked her.
She had parental wrath.
Mm-hmm.
This is D. This fucking.
Maggie?
I mean, I could be persuaded.
She
man.
was an enforcer.
I'm looking at our C's. I think she would be stronger.
beat 'em
than
all.
Isha.
She beat Echo.
I think she beat that E.
She's not a
E-boy.
D.
I feel like that E-boy probably beat her actually.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
So then put him after E. Would
C's
she beat
getting
that
good.
monster? Yeah, dude, she would beat that.
She'd beat all those.
I
people.
would put Heimer and Isha D, and this lady too.
I really don't
I would. I think C is bloated.
I only had 3 in my C.
All right, we're gonna someone.
All right, Patrick's making the
we gotta
final
move
call.
one down. We gotta move one down.
the bitch we just put on. Make her D.
No, she can.
Okay, then put Isha D. Isha, top of D. Or you think Isha is strong too?
Well, one of these three has gotta go down.
Not Heimerdinger. I guess
they're
never
in
fought.
order. They're in order, so it just has to be whoever's at the end.
Did he
One
ever
of these two has to go down.
fight at all, Heimerdinger?
No, he is a
You can put.
Then maybe
Heimer
he
down.
just
Yeah,
he would
D.
just die. And
Fine.
be sad.
He's the last.
No, he can't
He'll
be.
beat the kid and the
He
nurse.
wouldn't fight
Right?
the kid.
You're right.
He would just kill himself. He's pathetic.
All right.
Life of science.
Is morality
Warwick?
pathetic, Quinn?
Hmm.
Oh, this S.
Who was pretty busted? Was he S? Yeah, he's.
I put him as S.
S. They're
Yeah, he was
unstoppable.
pretty
I had him above that rocket. I don't even
He
think that
never
rocket
died.
killed
Did
him,
he?
bro.
He never even died.
To be determined potentially.
Possibly.
Now, I had her stronger than Jace.
I had her as A.
I had her
Magic
as A
Mel?
too, I believe.
Okay, I'm cool with that. She's top of my B, so
Yeah.
we don't have anyone in A, so I'm
Might
cool.
put it like
Makes
that.
yeah. She can't
Yeah.
beat Mbessa on her own.
No,
Savika.
Savika, I had her in A as well.
Yeah, she's one tough bitch, man. Too. I had her in that A too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah,
She
I
had a
like
crazy
that.
arm.
That was
That's
cool.
what we're seeing. That's what the thumbnail is.
Does it make sense
Oh,
that
I
she's more powerful than Jinx?
Yeah.
Even though Jinx created.
That's why I had Jinx in A. But
Yeah, it's tough.
1v1. Savika's winning.
Yeah, Savika's fine. Okay,
Maybe.
fair enough.
somebody bombs Jinx ass.
I had this dude in D. Singed.
But like
I had him in
Savika's strong
C.
through her augments. I think that if Singed was going to fight, he would be pumping him up with something, bro.
Yeah, if he had the fight.
Bro, he created Shimmer, he created Warwick. I think if he was in a life or death, if he was thrown to the gladiator pits, he would be.
You concoct some real
Yeah.
good cocktail.
He'd be looking lethal.
All right. I'd be persuaded then.
I think.
B.
I think B.
Okay.
Go with that.
Silco. I had him in C.
Silco's
yeah,
tough.
he's a pretty. Oh, actually, I had him in B, but
I had him lower than the.
he didn't really fight.
What's his name? Takara? What's his name?
Who?
Yeah, the first Shimmer.
Deckard.
Yeah.
Silco's more of a general, you know.
Yeah. He relies on his troops to fight for him, which also gives him power.
Well, and Bessa's a fucking general, and she kicks ass. So
Not all generals are cut from the same cloth. All right, that looks good to me.
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Then we got Vander, who's not Vander.
I don't know. He's
I had him in B. You can
I had
have
him
him.
in
You think he'd
C.
beat Jace? I don't know.
Bro, I think
does he ever fight?
he just kind of is like a dad, you know. They just look through like
Yeah.
glory stories.
I feel like he'd beat corrupted Jace, but maybe not Jinx. Yeah.
He doesn't have any powers though, or anything. He's just a.
This is season. Wait. Is it
Season
season
one.
one by?
I think Echo and
I had her. Wait.
So you think Vander down here then, Quinn?
who's that other guy? The
Chem Boss, Deckard,
Dude,
Ahsoka.
move Isha and the other. They're D. We're clogging up C. Yeah, just move them down.
doesn't have to be evenly distributed.
Bro, they're not in C tier.
No.
Isha in
You
C
should
tier
come
is.
with me. Yeah.
I'm like twitching because
She's will shoot you.
I guess if I feel like she would only do it for Jinx, like
yeah,
you would just like pick her up.
Echo would just kill her.
Just okay. All right, who's next?
All right, we got Vi season 1, so pre-Hex.
I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts because I think you guys maybe rated Vi lower than me.
Yeah, I
put her
just
in
did
C. I didn't think she was anything special.
C and B. Or I mean C, season 1, B, season 2. I don't know. She just got a little stronger.
That's
I thought she was the main fighter. Like she beat Savika fist fight in the bar, bro.
I wish she was, but it doesn't. She doesn't
She
like
did.
finish.
Yeah,
She
but
doesn't-
she beat Savika. She literally beat Savika 1v1. Season
Should
1.
Savika come down? Well,
Well,
so
Savika got stronger.
Savika's really got the buff with the arm.
Yeah. I've always
Okay,
wanted Vi to be like.
if we're considering Savika arm season 2, then we can put Vi lower for season 1.
Yeah, because
But I would
I'd
say
say-
season 2. I would say season 2. Vi's got to go above Savika. Like she, in my opinion, she 1v1'd her early on.
Okay.
I think she's like the strongest. She's pretty strong. I had her above Mel too, but I'm cool with that. So I think
Mel's kind of a black box. We don't really know.
Yeah,
Because
she's.
you think Singed would beat season 1 Vi?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, he'd cook up some potions and.
Okay. As long as we got season 2 Vi, I'm happy.
All right.
This is middle
Victor?
Middle Victor. Young adult Victor.
Yeah.
C.
I had him D.
D maybe.
I mean,
No,
stronger than
he's new
Ishta,
list.
maybe. Is he stronger than he's strong? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Stronger than the nurse. And I had this to S plus.
Yeah, he's in the S.
Dang,
Wow.
Nice.
I think this looks good.
Pretty well distributed.
Save it. Download it.
Save it, download it. Frame it on
Any
your wall.
changes? Any
I was saying
This is
the
what we
only
any
made.
disputes?
no, the one thing that I would maybe we could talk about is Caitlyn. Where does she fit here?
Oh,
I had her in the Jace sandwich.
where's my? I thought I had her. I don't have her on this one.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
She has like one good shot. So yeah, high B.
I don't know. When they showed her hunting when she was like literally like 9, she was fucking insane.
Yeah, and she never did anything. None of these people like.
It's not what
Had-
they did. It's how strong are they? You
Shit
can
some fair
hold back
hand-to-hand
your
combat
just
with
because you
Ambessa.
don't show your true power doesn't make you weak.
Well, that was my argument for Heimerdinger, and he's in fucking last place. So I have to go off what they did.
She did some fair hand-to-hand combat with Ambessa.
That's
She was. Anyone else? Caitlyn was the big forgotten. Anyone else?
Marcus, I don't know. And I always I honestly confuse Savika with that other woman who died at the very like Grayson, the original sheriff of Piltover. I totally thought
Oh.
that woman became like a Zahn underling and like faked her death. I was like, dude, what? This is crazy.
I can kind of see that, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
But no, they're different people.
I thought Ambessa, I like this. For me, Ambessa was A plus because she was like as strong as I think an individual could be without superpowers or being a rocket in this case. She's top. She kicked ass.
She
Sweet.
did have some sort of magic though. Like
She
did.
does. Yeah.
So she wasn't quite
some
like,
runes?
normal, you know.
Yeah, she had some like red runes, right?
In green, she had a couple different things, I think. So maybe we didn't even see the full extent of her powers. Because she
Yeah.
probably wasn't fighting too hard against like her daughter, you know.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I still don't see her above the Rocket or Vander, Warwick.
Yeah, no way. I think this is a good list.
Great list. It was fun.
Alright, shall we I'll save it.
Yes, download that shit.
Oh, that image.
And then let's see. Should we do the alignment?
We shall.
Reset.
So
Good at the top.
Let's do.
Good.
let's
Lawful.
Move us. so we can see. There we go.
All right, and we've got the same
people.
Same people. Starting at the top. Deckard.
I put him middle evil. Like I thought he was kind of not good, like chaotic or lawful. He was just kind of a little evil because he was like, it didn't seem like he even wanted to do it, and he kind of had to.
Well, I put him on a little chaotic because he didn't listen to the instructions.
Yeah, so okay. I'm gonna go like.
That's exactly where I had mine, Patrick. Are you looking in my list?
No, you did upload it.
I did. I can prove it.
Then we've got Time Warper Echo.
Where do I have him? I have him good and a little bit chaotic. Like I have max good and like a tiny bit chaotic.
Okay. Max good neutral. I don't know. Didn't.
Yeah, I had
seemed like just a good guy. He was always looking out for people.
He was a good guy.
Nisha. A good and a little. I'm pretty much in the same spot because her last like effort was pretty chaotic. It was like she just killed everyone. Like she literally caused chaos and died.
You think she's a good person?
I can be persuaded.
I guess I thought she's doing bad things.
What's she doing so bad?
She's pretending to be Jinx and blowing up shit and working with Jinx and
I forgot about that. That's more chaotic.
Well, I was gonna say she's very lawful. I think she has a system of I just listen to Jinx.
Yeah, but Jinx is like Queen Chaos.
Right, but Jinx is Queen Chaos, but she is restricted in her freedom. She doesn't do things of her own accord.
She did.
She has
lawful. Remember, she pretended and she snuck out and did something for Jinx without Jinx. She snuck out and she did the whole like glitter bombs when they protested and they were like, "Oh, it's Jinx."
Yeah, she was impersonating.
She broke the rules
when Jinx wasn't.
And she did that once, but her morals, her values align with I will die for Jinx. So I like this. We're at a crossroads.
In the middle.
Just like I think Pat gets the final call as the host.
Yeah.
He can put him where he wants.
I feel like this character, we don't like Yisha. And I feel like part of why we don't like her is because she kind of just like isn't defined by a whole lot.
She also doesn't fucking talk.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to. I'm like good or evil. I'm like I'm not even sure. Like where.
Yeah. Law implies honor, trustworthiness, obedience to authority, and reliability. Chaos implies freedom, adaptability, and flexibility.
Yeah.
Good versus evil.
I've got no idea, honestly.
She's harming, oppressing, and killing others.
She's killing others, so maybe a little evil. Yeah, that's fine. I think there's arguments for lawful and chaotic, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll keep her there.
Corrupted Jace?
Chaotic good.
Yeah, he's just focused on saving the world, and he'll do anything.
And he's not thinking straight.
No, he's on a bender, a weird bender.
Yeah, he's on a bad trip, bro. He's been tripping for a long time.
Yeah, centuries. Who knows? Time is meaningless. Jinx?
I said chaotic evil, but not that evil. Like more max chaos. Yeah,
I did max chaos too, and just neutral. I honestly don't know what's going on with Jinx. I
think she's a little evil because she doesn't give a fuck. Like she's hurt. There might be some justification in her psyche and trauma that she's doing stuff, but she really doesn't. I mean, she shot a rocket at like innocent people. She's trying to kill innocent people all the time. Like civilians, like literal civilians.
Mm-hmm. She's a terrorist.
Yeah. I've had that. Yeah, the rockets.
I'm gonna a little bit more.
So I had the other corner in the lawful again.
The rocket?
Where the rocket is has
Yeah.
has only one path
I
forward.
like it. You're like putting sentience to the rocket, and you're saying the rocket is
Jinx is
falling over.
chaotic and she shoots it, but yeah, it's going that way.
So shouldn't it just be lawful neutral? Because it doesn't
Yeah.
even care what the
A
target
gun
is.
doesn't have a
It could
Sure,
be
I could.
morality.
saving the
Yeah,
world.
it just goes. It just obeys physics. Sure. Now we're getting even deeper.
All right.
Oh man, middle, dead center.
Yeah, maybe a little good. I don't. That's
I'd say like this maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And Bessa.
I had her lawful like bottom right.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
lawful evil.
Like down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was very.
I had her like
Was she that
max.
lawful?
Yeah, dude. She was-
yeah. She's always.
I feel like she was the kind of archetype of like general and
She
following
set like
orders
Caitlyn
and
up to.
Mm-hmm.
systems. Like she's
Chain of
type A,
command.
you know.
Yeah. All right. What about the Firefly?
I had him just good, neutral.
Good lawful, I guess. I had.
Because he's doing his own systems.
I don't. I guess are the Fireflies rebels? I don't
They
know.
are,
What do they
yeah.
even believe in? Do they want
there's
Zon to be a city?
No, they
They
want to
want,
be like
like-
a third part. Like they're not affiliated with
The
Zon, but
two-state
party.
two-state system.
Well, Quinn's description of freedom, I think he's definitely more chaotic if we're going freedom.
Yeah,
Like he's definitely like doing his own thing.
As a rebel,
Better.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can put
maybe
him.
he's less good because he's more hurt. I think doesn't have a big picture to focus on.
Yeah, and honestly, you could put the one above a little bit more lawful and less chaotic than just like a hair, because I feel like he kind of had a bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
He was sacrificing his own freedom for like the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
He literally slept on. Like I think he was. I loved Echo. He's probably my favorite character.
Echo was awesome. Voice actor is so good.
Yeah.
Heimerdinger.
Good, lawful,
Yeah.
easy.
Maxed out there.
Same with Jace is right up there.
Jace is a
Jace?
little chaotic. I think. He broke the rules quite frequently.
Yeah. Since the beginning, he was a rule breaker.
He got kicked out of the academy.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Good, chaotic in
Yeah,
that
it's
corner.
I
Around
put
where
him.
I
He's
am.
pretty good though. He's trying to make the world a better place and does whatever it takes.
But do you think he's gooder than chaotic Jace then?
No.
Who the
Chaotic Jace is more good.
That's a good question.
Because I feel like they're kind of the same. They should kind of be the same morals. I think their morals don't change. He just gets kind of like fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him on the
He has
same
the same. I think when he's
horizontal.
ranking- yeah.
Even though mine wasn't that high, but yes.
Down?
I mean,
That's good.
no,
No, I like that.
Don't listen to me.
Oh, this guy, evil, a little bit of chaos.
Who the hell is this guy?
E-boy.
Ooh,
E-boy.
This is the E-boy. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
that's Finn. Yes, Finn. I mean, he's a
pretty
bad
cool.
dude. Where's my
Let a
Finn?
mutiny.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah, just pretty neutral, evil. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chainsaw Lady, I had like similar.
Maybe a little bit more of both.
Yeah. Just a little more amped up.
Why is she chaotic?
It's crazy, bro.
Thought she followed a system. Yeah, she was acting as just a
Wait, what?
broken mother.
This is just placeholder. I can't.
Okay.
Can I return it? I don't think I can
No,
return
no,
it.
you can't return it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of went off and to do her own thing. I mean, they like ambushed the the celebration or whatever, the
I
inauguration.
guess law
feel like that's pretty
implies
chaotic.
obedience to authority. Chaos can include resentment towards legitimate authority, arbitrary actions, and irresponsibility.
Yeah, but
okay.
she's chaotic as fuck.
Yeah, she is.
She brought a
Her whole fucking
chainsaw to a
chainsaw
fucking like to
inauguration.
like a fucking parade. All right. This
Wait,
dude?
no, we have to do the.
Oh yeah. Placeholder.
I had her
Her.
neutral evil, or maybe lawful evil.
Yeah, I had her a little in the lawful evil. Yep.
Down like this.
You're
Backstabbing bitch.
Yeah.
working for Mbessa. Probably made love to Mbessa.
Bonk.
What is
For real.
this? Stop bonking me. I don't even.
Full
Bonk your
chaos. Neutral. Yeah, that's exactly where I had him.
Yeah, a little evil, but
Yeah, I mean, he is a bloodthirsty dude, but it's not his control.
We'll put him right on chaos. Like it's like.
I mean that's more of a philosophical question. I mean, is he Vander? Is he Warwick? Is Warwick neutral? He's fucking evil.
He's just an animal. He doesn't understand. What about Magic
next?
Melanie?
Good. I had her good lawful, but she's definitely very good. I feel like she's one of the most good.
She's good.
Yeah.
I like how every response is like she's. Why is she good? I had her as a neutral, lawful.
Her whole like kind of internal battles with Mbessa, like she thought what Mbessa was doing was very wrong, so she had very high morals in that sense. She
Mercy.
Against her mom.
She was merciful.
She was merciful.
She was generous.
Boom.
She
or bong, whatever.
bonk.
Is it bong or bong? Bonk. Moving on.
What's her name?
It's fine, Mel.
Oh, yeah, Mel. That's where I had her, roughly.
Couldn't do you think she's evil?
You got a neutral one?
Who?
Mel.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, she's definitely. I agree that she's different than Mbessa. Mbessa's definitely evil. I just don't know what kind of like. She was caught up in her own story with Mbessa. I just never saw her helping out other people. She was definitely fighting for what she felt was right.
You mean when she was like in the Black Rose shit?
Yeah.
Trying to fucking escape.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying her interaction. Did she ever do anything that was nice or try to help other people?
Yeah, Jace. I feel like she helped Jace cement his kind of power as a councilman, and she was
that
like,
out of like being altruistic, or she just wanted to sleep with him? And
I don't know. I think
nice guy.
she wanted she thought what Mbeza was doing was not for the people. I mean, her whole last fight with Mbeza was very morally good in my eyes.
She could be an opposite of Mbessa. I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that she was like.
She is lawful too. I think you could even put her like a mirror almost. Yeah. Once you start doing these exercises, you're like, they probably like did this when they're writing characters, so they can get an idea.
Yeah, what are their motives? What's like, how are they going to behave in the world?
Yeah.
And then Savika. She lawful?
I had very lawful and evil.
I had her good, actually. I had her lawful pretty much here, and then I felt like she was in a shitty situation and she always made the best out of it and got out. And now I don't think she's in a position of power to have power. I feel like she actually has a good heart, and she's just, I don't know. That's what I
actions versus what's in your heart. I think she was hurting a lot of people.
Yeah, it's true.
What do you think, Pat?
I guess I'm thinking of like end. Like I
Yeah,
think
like
she
where they
was.
ended up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like at the end of the arc, kind of.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's a tough one.
She's in
She
the
had
middle.
really good arc.
I think
I
she's a
think
good heart.
she went through that. What is a good arc is you end up somewhere else, right? Like
Yeah, I think she is good because she wanted structure, she wanted order, and like yeah, that's lawful, but she wanted that because she didn't like how Jinx was like hurting people and like causing these things to happen. So I think she was good,
nice.
but not, but it's like there is an argument for some evil, you know. She's not a doesn't have a pure background.
Yeah.
What about Singed?
Neutral, chaotic.
I had him a touch evil, but pretty much the same.
Yeah,
Just because I felt he was a little selfish. Like he was willing to sacrifice other people for his own shit. That was his whole. I mean, I get it's justified in his head. I just felt like he, tiptoed the line of morality for his own needs.
Mm-hmm.
Being complicit is something.
Yeah. Silco evil.
I think so.
I think so too.
I had chaotic evil,
Yeah.
but not like. No, that's lawful.
Oh yeah.
Like by the shimmer dude, I didn't have him high as either.
I had like neutral evil.
Okay.
So you had to like.
Yeah, I guess he was kind. You could argue he was neutral. I don't know if he was chaotic or lawful. I feel like he had both.
Yeah, he
sort of just ran the city, and what's his old goal to establish Zon?
Yeah, he did want law. Like he was doing like a
power thing.
Yeah, like a treaty with the government.
Yeah, so maybe more lawful.
But he was kind of chaotic too, though, because the way he got there was through like introducing a drug.
Yeah, throw him in the middle.
Yeah, he's complex.
Neutral evil.
Yeah. All right, Vander.
General top right.
Yeah. Lawful good.
Then we got season 1 Vi.
Season 1 Vi. I had a good chaotic.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Season 2 Vi. Any changes?
I had her a little bit more good.
I moved her to lawful.
Oh, I guess she doesn't align with Caitlyn. But she does go on the bender where she becomes a cage fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's your first screenshot was cage fighter, right?
Oh no, that's her hitting Deckard.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Evil?
I don't think she's evil.
No,
I'm just.
I could see her. I mean, I definitely think she's more good than the last one. I think she's got gooder.
I think she's also more chaotic and more lawful. So, in that middle,
throw there and move her up a little bit.
More good,
sure.
like this.
Yeah, I mean, part of later criticisms. It's like, what happened? You know, where'd we end up here at the end of the day?
Victor,
adult, 3 more.
Good, lawful.
Is he lawful?
I said good, chaotic.
Yeah, I think he's chaotic, bro. He's going to Singe. He's doing restricted
unsupervised research.
Okay.
And he's the one pushing the boundaries before he gets all crazy.
Yeah.
As an adult, he's the one and he kills that
advancement
fucking girl
at any cost.
We didn't have her on the list. What was her? She's forgotten. Sky?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Sky. She was
who?
Is like
Victor's assistant lover.
Oh, yeah. And then that was funny, like he's like, I'll miss you. And she's like, you won't remember me. And then she just like disappears.
It was funny.
Disintegrates.
I hate to watch you go. I leave, but I love to watch you go.
I had him good neutral, a little bit of good neutral. Yeah, exactly there. The little boy Victor.
Handicap, autist.
I gave him a little benefit of the doubt for being a kid. That you're just naturally good and lawful, but that works too.
And what about perfect hex core Victor?
I had him right with that rocket.
Yep, I'm right where that rocket is.
How should I do it? We can't have it in the same spot.
Just side by side. Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, which one's more lawful, Victor or a rocket?
Right.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Because he changed his mind.
Yeah, Jason.
Rocket
Yeah,
wouldn't
rocket.
Once it's shot, bro, you can't pull it back.
That's true. Very true.
Good.
So maybe even a little bit
Oh,
chaotic.
Oh
no. Get him right next to that rocket.
Yeah, right next to that rocket.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, that looks beautiful.
Where would
good.
Caitlyn go? Where would Caitlyn go?
I think I had her. Oh no, I didn't.
She's all over the place, man.
Women.
Yeah, bro. She's literally she was evil dictator, good,
She was
cop,
good. She's
chaotic,
like strong,
on
not
five-star.
strong.
She was literally fucking all over. Put her right in the middle.
Yeah, just
All right.
she was a
cool.
problem.
That's why you didn't include her, right? You already thought through all this.
Yeah, I would have just
Nope.
taken
Complete afterthought. I had 25 and I'm like, no more pictures.
I just thought it was funny. You had I still don't fucking remember his name. To
Deckard.
Bro, like I would never remember his name.
I had to go.
All
Well,
right,
also you had like Femboy or something. I'm like, who? Finn.
E-boy.
He was an Asian E-boy though. With that, hat.
Yes,
That dude
he
was definitely he's Raven for sure.
Mm.
He has a light whip that's like 30 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he had a whip in the show.
Yeah,
He
you
might
never
have.
knew.
Cool.
That was fun.
Successful. That was fun.
Cool. Thank you there, Patrick. What do
Mm-hmm.
you guys think? Do we just marathon this right into our last segment
We have
and
two,
just
right?
kind of mush it all together?
Well, I guess.
Or do
it
you have something
depends
specific?
Are we doing?
I don't have any visual things, nothing to share today.
Okay.
So I think we can just get into favorite scenes, thoughts, final words, and then finally with our very special word, patented review.
Yeah, let's marathon it. Let's fuck it.
All right, let's bust it out. All right, so we're gonna combine a couple of these segments, pick a scene, and is it any good? So anybody in any order can talk about really anything in these last the only two seasons of Arcane. Grant, did you have something that was jumping off your chest?
Just like I was thinking about favorite scenes and
Mhm.
things that like maybe, it's just this was kind of a catch-all, right? So a scene that I really enjoyed was actually from an episode, which I don't know if I loved this episode in general, is when they went back into time, but it did tug at my heartstrings when Echo got to see Benzo alive, and I was like, oh man, that was
a cute episode.
Is that season 2, episode 7?
It's like it was a filler. It was like it was a good episode. It was just like they didn't have the time to do it.
No, that was like a.
It
was a great episode, though.
It was a great episode.
I think I gotta disagree.
It's almost like it could be like its own like one-time short.
It's like an interlude.
Yeah,
It's too much. I've seen it. Like it's just giving. It's like serving fans like what they want. It's too much of like on the nose presentation of, oh, imagine like the other world where Jinx didn't die, and you're like that's part of the enjoyment is it's for you to decide and think and imagine. And when they just kind of hand it to you like that like perfect ending, you're like, okay. I think it takes away from some of the other stuff.
that's fair.
Yeah, they didn't have the time budget to fit all that in
yeah.
either. So I could see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I had like two critiques. That one where like I thought episode 6 was such a fucking banger of an ending, and I could not fucking wait for the next act, the final act after Vander got blown up, and they never really continued that storyline. In fact, they introduced like more complexities that they had to I was like, the thing is they start I think Mel's powers were starting to happen act 2, is that right? So they were introducing Mel. I was like, this is I mean, we're on like the second act of the final season. I'm like thinking to myself, I don't know if you want to be introducing more stuff you have to resolve. But you know, and then episode 6 happened, and I was like, you know what? A lot fucking happened, but they still can tie this up. I believe in them. And then they burned an episode not tying anything up. And I was like, this is not going to get tied up, is it? And it didn't really. And the second critique would be, I just really don't like this whole multiverse fucking thing that we do, like that Marvel started. And I think it's a cop out.
Episode 7.
Yeah, I think it is a cop out, and just like, come on, man. Like, we don't live in you can't relate to it. Like, I think it's an interesting concept, but we exist in one universe.
I live in the real world.
Yeah, like, I think there's more lessons that can be learned, to Quinn's point. Like, there are people that are traumatized and went through this, and like, when it's one world, it forces you to reckon with demons, you know, whether they're your own or other people. It's like, that's real life. There's not a fucking redo button. And I as much, and now that I'm speaking out loud, I'm kind of agreeing with Quinn. Like, I don't think it even showed anything. It didn't progress or really show anything you know, pertinent to the story, besides I guess the Hextech time personality. I mean,
and Echo's power. Like,
yeah, Echo's
like
power at the time. Yeah.
That's like his whole like shtick as like a champion.
It's true. It did really show what Echo had to go through and like to discover that.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Quinn was saying. They have like an end result. Like, Echo can travel time, and then they're like, "How do we get here?"
there?
And then
let's go back in time.
Has to sacrifice himself to
great?
make it worth it. It's
Well,
like,
powder.
Going back in time would have been. Did they have to do multiverse for time travel?
No,
not necessarily, right?
Yeah,
like Back to the Future is single universe time travel. You know,
and they could have done it like, it was cool. I like the Heimerdinger, like the student, you know, being like the mentor for, you know, another kind of taking another person under your wing. But the like, they could have done it a different way.
Yeah, I think it was losing me when he kept on like going to different universes. Like,
I don't even know how Jace ended up in his universe.
Jace has no idea either.
Like, the last episode was right. The little kid shoot Vander, and then like, I think in that same episode, Jace shoots Victor with his big hammer, and Victor like falls to the ground. And then everyone starts screaming, ah! Yeah. And then the next episode is him like in the future in a different universe, like, oh, with a scruffy beard. I was like, how did we get here? How did we get here?
Well, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like that whole multiverse actually was very important to explain the ending, which I don't know if they couldn't. It's like something similar. Like, could they not come up with an ending of this all powerful being except multiverses? It's literally like Thanos. Like, it's literally the same fucking thing, right? Isn't it? Like, oh, there's an all powerful being who's so strong that the only way
trying to save the world.
The only way we can beat him is through multiverses because he's too powerful in a single universe. I don't know. But it was very important. Like, Jace had to go through every single life, right? Wasn't that his whole thing? Like, the only person who could stop Victor was Jace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that because they're best buddies.
Bromance.
You know, we all said a bromance. Was it? You guys pick up Milo and Clagger? Is anything happening between them
They're
in that episode?
children.
I thought
No,
they
no,
were
no, no.
brothers.
That in the fan fiction episode,
Oh,
there
I
was.
didn't pick
sorry.
up
The
on that.
reason, it's hard to
Well-
like. I have my iPad out, and like this is what's in our note doc. So it's, it's
Where is? I wish.
Did they have like cameos? You're saying?
Well, in that episode, I
Were
was.
they dancing together? Snuck a kiss?
No, they're like embracing each other.
Powder. And
So they
Echo.
show. Well, Milo. They do some weird cutoff where like Milo's interested in one girl or something, and he's like trying to. I forgot who. But no, the scene. Here, I'll share this. Can I share? Present. Let's see. Share a screen. Oh, Grant, I think I know what you're seeing now. What do I got to do? I got to enter in all these passwords now. I don't think I've ever shared on this computer.
Okay.
Oh, I got to quit. I can't.
That's what I did. Do you got a link for us?
I can't. Here. Let me send.
I would have shared like just a link for you, but I had to like jump around a bit, so I wanted.
Here, share this picture that I'm gonna send to you. This, I don't know. I noticed it while I was watching it. I said, "What's going on here?" They're at the dance. Probably some Imagine Dragons are going on. I'll pull this up. Where it was, I don't know. It was very. We're like, I don't even know if that's the best slide, but Clagger's giving him some eyes there, which I just thought an interesting behind the back arm during the dance scene.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on there. That was the only thing that struck me as a little strange. I think all the other relationships, Jinx, Vi, Caitlyn and Jace, they were also just good friends, right? They kind of knew each other at the beginning.
Didn't they bang?
I don't think so.
It was kind of like a big brother, little sister kind of.
Because then Jace gets with Mel.
You mean the stepsister?
And Caitlyn
Stop
gets
it,
with.
stepsister.
Yeah, I think more in the non-step.
Yeah.
You guys think Maggie was really gay? Or was it a dedication to her position?
Probably
I
dead.
thought she was gay.
We'll never know. Yeah, I think
She
that's
got
all I have.
popped, bro.
I don't think Jace was gay. Victor,
No.
maybe. He was past sexuality. He was a god. All right, that's all I have to say about the.
What about the Hortle?
I wish the whole.
She could go both ways.
She probably could if you pay her enough.
Yeah.
Heimerdinger is probably straight. I don't know. It seems like a straight Heimerdinger. What else do I have here? As far as general feelings go, again, I don't think we've mentioned it too much, but very visually amazing. I mean, cool. Just if you turned you didn't even know what was going on, you just watched it. Very impressive. But I likened it sometimes to like a music video where you have a great song, great animation, some cool like unique things going on. And a lot of times music videos will have like plots, but they're not like that fleshed out. It just kind of exists in the moment, and you go, okay, that was
Bangarang. Bangarang was a good plot. You remember that
with
one?
like the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
It's yeah, Bangarang.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think and maybe I don't know if it's a season 2 thing. Season 2 definitely didn't help in my overall feelings, but it was like I said, where did we end up? So Arcane kind of disappears. I guess Vi and Caitlyn are together, but it's kind of like just a big reset. It's like
Mel is she sails away with Noxus, right?
well, she's the leader now.
Yeah,
because
so she's
Zendessa's dead. It does seem like it's all built up for another season.
Yeah, that's true. Echo is like alone, which I felt so bad for. He saved the world. No one saw it.
Nope.
Like no one knows he saved the world, or he's not gonna go around and be like, I saved the world.
Yeah, and the people he had connections with, Heimerdinger, dead.
Yeah.
Jinx, different universe.
I hit
more powder.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Other than that, not a whole
Jace
lot.
Gone.
Did you guys? I only found this out through my reading. The ending of why do you think Jinx may not be dead?
People were saying
she shimmered up.
Caitlyn was looking at a map.
Yeah, in like the final episode, when in their lover scene,
yeah,
she's like looking at where she fell and like seeing if there was a way out to the side, which was kind of neat.
I think there is lore that like Caitlyn and Vi are always hunting for Jinx. So then the mission was like, oh, are we going to go on this mission? I think it was like to find Jinx. That was like the last mission. I think she's alive.
Another thing is, if this whole thing is, I mean, there's the Jinx and the Vi plotline, which I think is one of the strongest, and then there's just Zaun and Piltover. And I think with Zaun and Piltover, a lot of that relies on the Silco Vander relationship. And I think that was just kind of brushed over. I mean, they kind of explained how they had different mindsets, but I thought some more backstory into the two of them would have helped. Basically, more. There's a lot of people I need in order to feel some things. You gotta.
I wish they would have. So you said Zaun and Piltover, right? I just wish they would have shown more of like the structures of these cities as well. Like they showed the bridge, but they never really like.
How do you get there?
Where is the bridge?
You just show up in Zaun.
Where's Zaun and Piltover? Like they didn't. And what's the bridge over? Like a river, right? And then I don't know. I think I think I'm more confused and I can't really picture Zaun. It just is kind of like the slums, but there's supposed to be multi-levels. There's like a river. There's the bridge. So there's like other people in Zaun who are not living underground. Like, who are they? Are they Undercity people or are they? I don't know.
Yeah, rather than the fan service multiverse, it could be cool to do like side character point of views, to get like the day-to-day Zaun versus Piltover,
Yeah. Like a small like day in the life of a new kind of standard character. More characters.
At 9 o'clock, I wake up in Zaun, and then I go to the last drop where I keep drinking.
Yeah, where's the last drop? Like, is that in the depths of Zaun? Is that right over the bridge? Is that the most popular?
I think it's the same as like a fantasy or sci-fi book where, I mean, there's so much going on.
It's in the town
just
square.
Have to appear. It's in the town square.
Can't miss it.
But if it's multi-layer city, where's the square? In the middle, like a sandwich, or the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this was contrasted. I just beat Spider-Man Remastered, the first Spider-Man, and I thought this is, originally an animation. This is, just a lot more simple. There's not too many people in play. They're in New York City, and it's a lot more palpable, a lot more able to graspable, obtainable. But I think that's why I don't know. I prefer more. I like simple plot lines versus maybe this is more on the edge of Dune-ish sci-fi. You just have so much. It's great lore. It's everything you would want from something that you are a fan of. I remember I was big into WoW, World of Warcraft, and there were an announcement the WoW movie was going to come out. Oh my God, the WoW movie. That's incredible. I remember being so excited. And I think, long story short, it got delayed to Oblivion, and then eventually came out, and it was just fucking ass, dude. Just ass. Nobody cared about anything. It looked like shit. It was just bad. So I'm thankful some cool lore stuff can come out. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. Hard to you take like a video game medium and build a story around it and get people to engage with it and care about it. So, picking a league champion, not a lot of story, not a lot of like, just kind of like who is
I'm
strong?
ADC.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You're not like, I'm picking the Sheriff Piltover. I'm going to take these dirty dogs to jail.
That'd be funny. A role play like server for League.
Mm-hmm.
You have to voice chat as your champion.
You can only shoot like
I'm feeding.
Quinn's just playing Gatewood. He's like, why come back here? Let's go in the bush.
Yeah, you can't attack like anyone who's on your team. Like if they're both from
Should we use my rocket?
Noxus, you can't.
My rifle.
Sorry. Yeah, you have
you
an
gotta-
all-on team versus all
Yeah, you have to be a lore correct
That's
team.
the canon fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you use the word canon there, Grant. You said it a couple times. It's sometimes hard to like decide like what does that even mean for a video game turn comic turn TV show, like that. It gets real loose in like.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff was like PvE in-game events too. That would be like building a story.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it's tough. I
loose.
think largely why, and I think that's why this is considered canon now, is because like largely this is the only piece
Most
of lore.
significant
It's like the
media,
only real
you
medium.
can point to and say, yeah.
So everything else will have to like fit this. But I think they did a really good job for a video game. I mean, it's like with some of the stories and they didn't fucking butcher the ending like Game of Thrones or anything like that. They also took a smaller bite. I think
It's true.
Game of Thrones took a big bite. That was a whole sandwich in one bite.
Terrible. That was the origin. I think that was our first couple of episodes was the finale of Game of Thrones.
Sad.
Never finished it.
You didn't?
Never finished. Never finished the last episode. Just turned it off. Like,
See, Pat can do
not worth
that.
my time.
He's, what you should finish Attack on Titan. That's what you should do. They didn't
Maybe.
butcher that one.
Maybe.
They just delayed it. All right, let's.
What
Is it time?
It's time.
It is time for the GPQ Batman Review, the only review where we decide whether the true rating of Arcane, the TV series from 2021 to 2024 that is now concluded, is over or under the IMDb rating. And we are sitting at a 9.1 with 352,000 votes.
Went up 100K since I did the script, I think.
What was the number again? Sorry.
9.1.
For Arcane, are we doing season by season or just the whole thing?
I am on the main page of the TV show. I don't know if they even separate it between seasons. I know you can get ratings on individual episodes. Let me click around here for a little bit.
No, it's okay. I think 9.1. That's it.
That is it.
350,000. That is very high.
It's number 25. on
Season
TV.
2 has a 9.3 average. Season 1 has a 9.1 average.
That's
Just
crazy.
shocking.
Season 1 was way better.
Yeah, I like season 1 more.
Season 1, it'd be tough for me.
Yeah, the episode 3 and episode 9 were both 9.7s, winning season 1.
I mean, it was really good. And I would recommend, I think, anyone watch it. Though it's interesting, like, would your parents ever get this? I could not get my parents to watch something like this.
I believe my dad's watched season 1 and was kind of ambivalent towards it. I don't think he thought it was bad, but I don't think it was good enough to watch season 2. He doesn't know anything about League, so.
What are your parents, Patrick? Would they watch the animated series?
No, I don't think they could get into it. They'd be like, it's a children's show.
It's also strange because it's super realistic. It's hyper realistic, and they shoot it in a way that you can imagine just real people in the same shots of them
in like a real city.
A real city. They have a real setting, and they're doing the same sort of cinematography, same shots, versus coming from the anime background. Like none of those shots are taking place in an anime. Like it's all different styles of showing people having dialogue and interacting. So,
like,
I don't know, man. It's tough.
Just bloody nose.
I mean, the trailer's playing like on the IMDb. I'm like, it was good. There's a lot good stuff. Good.
I don't know. I try and I'll go first. I'm going to say it's under. I think again, stunning. It's like the PS5 Pro. It's got the best graphics and it's the latest pushing bleeding edge. But it doesn't. In the end, it's all about the story and what they did with the time that they had, and fell a little short. But it's still pretty good.
I'll go under. I loved it though. I want to say 9.1 is fucking high.
Number 25 of all time TV shows.
Yeah, no. See, that's where like I'm thinking. What made me go under was thinking like where it ranks in my personal TV shows, and I don't think it's as high as that, right? Like if it's a 9.1, I think I'd have to go around and say Arcane's my favorite.
You've seen Arcane,
TV show.
man? Yeah, you gotta watch Arcane.
Yeah, it's my favorite TV show, and that's it's not. I did love it, and I think I'll probably watch it again. I actually had a lot of fun rewatching season 1. I think season 1 held up like rewatchability. I don't think there's big flaws, as much as like that episodes of filler. I think it will actually hurt less on the second watch because it happens, like, and you're not expecting the story to continue from Vander Isha blow up like you're expecting it. So
you temper your expectations.
No, just like I think it was just like you're thrown off, and I think that was a big part of you're just kind of discombobulated. Like you had to check you're on the right episode. Like you'll know you're on the right episode the second watch.
Kind of blitzed. You're like, dude, are we watching the right thing?
Yeah. So I loved it. But I'm going under.
I'm going under as well. It is excellent though. Season 1 so good. Season 2 endings are tough. Maybe they got the news that it's the final season.
Apparently not. Apparently it's always supposed to be 2 seasons.
I'm not sure if I believe that though.
Yeah, probably one disgruntled employee said that or something.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is potential for 3 you're saying?
Well, just when they first start, like when they
how
created season 1,
did they know?
Like what was the roadmap?
Yeah.
You're making a show. Mm-hmm. Do you just say, all right, we're just gonna make this first season the best we can, and think about season 2 later, or do you say sometimes, okay, this is gonna be a 2-act, 2-season show? From what I saw, it was that, but
what do you mean? Like
they always knew, like while they were making season 1, they knew there was only one more season left.
Oh.
Which
maybe.
Don't quote me on, but that's
what you read.
That's what
it didn't feel like. It just felt like a very different.
It felt rushed. It just felt very, very like rushed.
Yeah.
Confirmed in a Reddit comment, Mark Merrill, co-founder of Riot Games, Arcane was always written to be 2 seasons. He did comment that Riot Games internally considered splitting the budget to produce 5 seasons, but ultimately decided against it.
Well, yeah, he's just saying that because like he has to say that.
Right. I mean, yeah, after you get some flack, you say, no, this is how it was supposed to be.
Yeah. But no, I think as a whole, it's under. But season one is so good, but endings are tough, and they didn't do it perfectly. But I'm excited to see where they continue because they definitely create cool worlds.
I definitely want to watch whatever they cook up next.
Yeah, one day they'll have an MMO. Maybe we'll be playing our little rogues. Quinn will be playing
in the nursing home
an MMO. A next WoW. I've been waiting 15 years for the next MMO. Grant doesn't like MMOs, but I'll convince him.
I just feel like it's almost a way to track how much time you're wasting.
Wow.
The better you are at MMO,
the highest players are the biggest losers. That's right out of the South Park episode, man. It's like,
how can you kill that which has no life?
They're like, no, I have a life. I don't play.
Yeah.
Good shit, guys. All right.
Wow, that was an extravaganza.
A
I'm
banger.
proud of us, and I'm sure our viewers will be too. There's 2 hours.
The whole time I saw the glitch, it was always that zero glitch, but I'm sure they'll get that fixed because I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us too. We got some artifacts coming out of this, so it'll be, it was fun. It's a good time. And I think although it was a QLC bad dog, I think all of us would recommend anyone watch it. It's worth watching. Quinn?
I'm a little on, I think there's a lot of great shows out there. I don't know. It's that realism part that like really, it confuses my brain because I go, it's either in this category of comedy or drama or something, or it's anime, or it's like an American cartoon, like I don't know, South Park, Family Guy, whatever, Simpsons.
Yeah,
like they have their own new style, which is great. I just don't know if it's 100% my thing. It's a good show. If you're a League fan or know anything at all, you should definitely watch it.
That's true. Yeah, if you're not. I mean, Katie really liked it, and she's not in the League. You watch it with Emily, Patrick?
Yeah, Emily really liked it.
Maybe they'll get into League now. Are they downloading League?
No.
If they like the show, they can play as Caitlyn. Get flamed at. Bye-bye.
Emily like Jinx. She didn't really understand. Mm-hmm.
Like physically, or
no? That's who she aligned. Like that's who she was rooting for.
Oh, she's evil.
That's why.
That's a whole nother. I had that in some other notes. I was like, "Who am I?"
That's who Jackson was rooting for too, and Emma.
I mean, I can understand the Victor.
Yeah, Victor was her favorite too. It was Victor and Jinx. Jackson, and Emma both liked Jinx. They were like,
she's got a personality.
I mean, she's appealing as a character, but she's like doing fucked up shit most of the time.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, that's another can of worms. What are we doing next time, Grant?
Next time, we are doing another extravaganza in person.
In
person award show. Ooh. So we will review I think every media that we touched in 2024. I'm saying this while I'm trying to go, like, how many episodes do we got? We have 18. We have 18 episodes, which isn't that much. So we'll have to think through categories if we're doing the same, since we have 18. But we're going to do a award show. We did this in person one year. Or was that GQ? That was...
No, we did...
We did it last year.
We did.
For this.
No, 2 years.
We did the award show in person?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking the Oscars, maybe.
Oh, yeah, we did. Wait. We did an episode in person.
We did Click in person. That was at the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, sorry. We will do an in-person award episode to go through 18 movies and award them, and it's going to be in person. So we'll have one camera. I would like to have a 2-mic setup. I think that would be nice. Yeah,
This guy is.
two mic setup.
I think that'll be good. I just to give you real quick the recap of the awards we did last year, just to get your brain flowing. We have bottom, the shittiest effing film you saw. We have most disappointing, aka Nuff Said. We had sleeper hit. Didn't expect that to hit so hard. Honorable mention, a shout out, and top dog, which is the best thing we watched. So we may use all or some of those to pick our selections, and we're gonna have a blast talking about it in person to wrap up 2024.
All right. Cool. Thank you all for listening. You can find us on our social media. We have Instagram, Quarter Life Critics, and also we're on YouTube. That's where you find our live and Twitch. So we stream as much as we can. Probably averages twice a month, maybe.
It doesn't sound like a lot.
One and a half every month. But yeah, thank you for listening. We really enjoy doing this for you guys, and we might have some updates for format changes. So
stay tuned.
Thank you all, and have a good holiday season.
Merry Christmas. Peace.